What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color. Playing as Oranos. His name is Oridu. His opponent today in the red color playing also as Oranos. Horanos, Oranos, all of the above. His name is Skady. The map is Savannah. This is game number 4 of this best of 5 for the semi-finals of the VooBlee Champions League. What a mouthful. What a time to be alive. What a, everybody take a drink right now, because I think that's part of the drinking game, right? The Boyd drinking game. Is that a thing? I see people memeing it, but, you know, if there's something I could say to make you drink more, I'd say it. So let me know what that is. Well, Skady finally finding himself a little bit there in that third game playing Zeus. Switching things up into the Oranos here. On the Savannah map, obviously very, very open map. You can get a lot of value out of the Oranos speed, which you can't get with the other gods so much. So that's why we're seeing Skady going for this one. And this is looking like it's going to be a 4-minute build by... No. Not sure what's happening here. There's not enough hunt here to go 4 minutes, right? 500 food isn't enough for 4-minute advance time. That wouldn't be enough. Unless Skady's got plans to do something crazy like a... No, that wouldn't make sense either. Well, we'll see what Skady goes for. Obviously, this is looking more and more like a 4:30 here. He does have another Rhinoceros over here, so he probably could have gone for a 4-minute hunting dogs build. Definitely not the 355, but Ridu's doing exactly the same thing. The Oranos mirror, one of those ones which sort of a difficult one to predict, because a part of what makes Oranos strong is that for the majority of the game, basically until you win or lose, basically until you lose, you feel like you're winning. That's what Oranos is, and that's why Oranos is one of those gods which a lot of people do not like, because unlike the other gods where they all have weak points throughout the game, Oranos' weak point is like, oh, I'm lost. If that makes any sense at all. But in the Oranos mirror, both players have that feeling. Both players have it. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out for them. But such is life. And we do see some relics here. The Tusk of the Iron Boar. Unfortunately, one of my favorite relics, but not a good relic in this matchup. We do not see Contarius getting built very often at all. And it's... and obviously there aren't any chariot archers that can be affected by it. We do see the Eye of Horus here as well, a very good relic, so we'll probably see that one get grabbed. And in the mirror, it's going to matter quite a bit. And Ridu's actually spotted it, and I don't think Skady's spotted it. If we check out Skady's perspective, no, Skady has seen it, so we might see him go for that nice and early, but who knows? There's the Temple Prometheus queued up, and a Prometheus will be on the way for Ridu as well, as it seems. Yes, it does. And we will be seeing 2 villagers on gold, 2 villagers on wood, 3 villagers on food. And we checked out the economic guilds for both players. And this is always interesting for me in the Oranos mirror. Do you get hand axe and pickaxe, or delay them? What do you do? And it's looking like both players delaying something here. Pickaxe coming through for Ridu, as Skady is just like, nah, don't need economy. I'm playing Oranos. Not necessary. Villagers moving forward here. Do see these 4 Rhinoceros over here. But Ridu's going to have an eye on this one. And in fact, it might be a better idea to move on to the Gazelle early, because the Oracle scouts may push these villagers off, which could be really huge. Actually, the village is very far away, so it should be totally fine. But it is an issue that Skady may have to deal with here. Meanwhile, we're seeing goats coming back. Unfortunately, walking straight into Ridu's grasp there. Goats, very important thing, and you can't be throwing those away. Both players hit Prometheus at exactly the same time there. Random wall segment here just to block this one off. We see counter barracks, 2 counter barracks coming up for Ridu. No, that's interesting. No military barracks for for Redo here. Not meta. Normally we see one military barracks or one counter barracks. The two counter barracks may indicate that Redo wants to transition into Termacaro Ballista and play a more defensive style because he's got no hunt actually. His hunt is really, really bad. He's been gypped Rhinoceros. That's huge. Redo has been gypped Rhinoceros. Skady gets all of these, but this may just play into Redo's favor because honestly, from what I've seen, if you can get Caraballis to Terma out, you beat Mermillo Terma. Like, you just win it. It might just be stronger. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. This has been meta for so long, but when you don't get Rhinoceros, it's a difficult time to be alive. So moving out right now, Terma for Redo going to be running straight past here, trying to grab this relic, which Skady has just left here, and Redo grabs it, and he's going to be making a dart for it. There's no way to hit this Terma here as he gets out with that relic. Going to be a very, very happy little Terma, and not fast enough to block it. 5.83 speed because he's heroized. Very, very important there. And I'm going to be bringing that relic back, all the Terma. And we do see Carabalista coming out now. As I said, Termacaro Ballista, very, very good idea here against the Mermillo of Skady, who's not sure what he's going to be doing. Nice building placement for Redo. This raid here not going to be the best, and these two Caraballista can sit here in this location and defend any sort of raids that are going to be coming in, and especially because there's villages and such that are here. We do see another mana coming up on this location for Redo. Probably going to get denied for a small amount of time here as the villager may have to garrison, but the Caraballista does force this one back. And now the Terma raid going to be coming in. Raiding at Oranos versus Oranos is really all about garrisoning villagers, because you're never going to be able to find a villager. I tell a lie. I was going to say you're never going to be able to find a villager without a mana next to it, but Skady's right here without a mana there, and this may be huge. We do see the villager here gets jabbed with those javelins and pulls back. The villager's retreating into the tower here, so totally fine with the hero villager coming in to shank the Terma. We have to get out of here. And the thing about what Redo's doing here, which few people I think everyone is aware of it, but few people fully understand it. But if you go for a full wood-based army, your economy in terms of resource total will be bigger than your opponents because I'll check this fight out, but because villagers gather wood faster than food. If we check the numbers out here, you can see hunt is at 1.85 and wood is at 2.56, so almost a full point above hunt. It's absolutely bonkers. So if you go full wood, you're just going to be so far in front. You can see 92 population for Redo to 72 for Skady here. And even though Skady's got all these beautiful Mermillo, they are not that much more valuable than the counter infantry that Caraballista are. So this style from Redo is going to be really difficult. However, it does slow down the second town center, which we do see Skady grabbing here. Redo going to be fairly far away from that second town center. But the big thing here is going to be this gold mine, very, very open to an all-in here, as the Terma and Mermillo moving into the base of Redo, retreating away from that location. Town center going to be targeting those Mermillo down. Terma here as well to hit them. We will be seeing at least one Mermillo falling. Now the army pushing in, hitting this. Skady going to have to retreat away from this location right now as the Caraballista too strong. Terma too strong. Redo has way too many units here. Down center almost up for Skady, but this does not help him in his pursuit of a second gold mine, because this gold mine will not be able to be grabbed here, as Redo can just completely massacre this location with this huge army sitting at 117 population to Skady's 100 population. I don't think he realizes how strong his army is right now and how far far in front he is, because he just needs to hit this gold mine and just prevent gold from being grabbed, because Skady's got next to no gold in the bank right now. So kicking off gold is huge. We can see this gold mine get grabbed here. Villagers on this gold mine can just move over here onto these goats, and you'll have a little bit of extra time there with gold and food and such. But Skady really needs to get out his own Chiroballaster, and unfortunately for him, he's got a lot of Promethean offspring so far. So the myth unit shenanigans from Ridu a little bit better. Now we've got the second town center coming up for Ridu, obviously just a little bit behind Skady, but no problems really there. We are seeing Prometheans falling. There's the Shockwave. Can definitely Shockwave these Chiroballaster here and get those Promethean onto the Chiroballaster if you can. That nice. Ooh, missing the Chiroballaster, hitting some Terma. Not the best Shockwave from Skady, but we do see Hero Citizen moving into this location, and they're very, very smartly played by Skady. These Citizen essentially are war elephants in terms of their stats, and at least they feel like it. They do bonus damage against those Chiroballaster because they are considered siege weapons. So the Citizen will be able to help out with that fight there, pushing Ridu back for the time being. And now we may see a big raid onto this gold mine. There's no manners over here, but it will be deflected by Ridu, who's just about to get his second town center up. So nice play from Skady with those Hero Citizen there helping out the defense here. And the Oracle gets picked off there. We've got the counter barracks coming up, a second counter barracks coming up for Skady. He's eating these berries. He does have Giraffe over here. Obviously, Ridu's got that spotted, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to secure that location there. It's not happening just yet, though, as we're seeing the goats just about to expire. So Ridu actually in a bit of a tough position here, because he's going to need wood. Well, he's going to need wood to build farms to go to the next age, essentially. Obviously, these zebra up here, very, very useful, but he's not going to be able to get access to them as the Citizen moving in. We see these two Citizen coming in for Skady. He's ready to fight this. He wants those Citizen in the army. There's 2 Hero Citizen for Ridu as well, so he can help out. There's 3 Hero Citizen now. Oh, no, there's not. There's not 3 Hero Citizen. The Citizen making their way into this. Going to be hitting the Chiroballaster in the back. The Term are going to be attacking them, though. Does a lot of damage to them. The Citizen do get misclicked there. Hit the tree. Do pick that one off. Hero Citizen coming in for this Ridu now, going after the Chiroballaster. But the Murmillo, even more efficient than Terma at picking them off, as the Citizen will be falling. Skady sitting in the back here with his own Citizen almost... we're going to have to retreat here, and it's looking like Ridu pulling what Skady's doing to him and still pushing forward. We do see the Citizen getting targeted down, will get picked off. Nice play there by Skady. Hero Citizen, very, very important unit, because they do increase your villager cap there by 1 every single Hero Citizen you do have, because they don't get counted as a normal Citizen there. So you can get like 28 if you just Hero Valor all your Citizen or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what the numbers are, but it's good. And we do keep seeing Skady still trying to rush head first into this, but it's just not working out for him, as the concave is too strong. There's too many Chiroballaster here. 10 Chiroballaster are out right now, and the Murmillo just not that strong at dealing with this. If you can get these Hero Terma to pick off those Prometheans, these Murmillo will get completely destroyed by the Chiroballaster. But the Hero Citizen coming back in yet again, going to be making its way onto these Chiroballaster. Does so much damage to them, but does get picked off incredibly fast as well. We just see Ridu moving his own Hero Citizen in to push Skady back, who's got this forward military barracks up now, but it's just not going to be enough here, as Skady has to get out of here, and Ridu is starting to get a sizable score lead. He's got his farm set up. He's got plow. He's got pickaxe. He's got hand axe. Skady, on the other hand, does not have plow, does not have his farm set up. He does have hunt still to be eaten, but he's not going for it. And Ridu completely happy right now. Can grab this town center if he wants, or simply just go to the next age. Ridu's trying to get there. He's very, very close with 687 food. Just needs another 100 food left there, whereas Skady is a very long way from the heroic age. He's even eating these baboons. The 2 civilizations which can really utilize baboons nicely are Norse and Atlantean, because of the ability to move their drop site. So you can very happily eat baboons here as Atlantean. They're only 100 food a piece, but it's a lot. We do see some farm raids coming in here from Skady. they cost a lot of wood, so it's definitely worth it. You got to be more careful with your farms. I hate seeing Oranos players farm like this. You're going to be farming there for all games, so you may as well just take the 3 food loss to move your villages next to your town center and make it nice and safe here. Do we see that next stage? Age 3, they are coming through. Skady getting his town center up. And we do see the Cairo Ballast are moving on it. They're going to be very out of position here because there's not that many units. The Terma over here chasing down the Murmillo. And as we see the units moving in, we'll see if he can... Oh, no, he's given a nice and early... warning to that. Thea comes through, so that's going to be Stymphalian Birds coming through. Does he have the favor? He should. That's Stymphalian Bird going to the wrong location here. Huge shockwave from Skady, though. Hits nearly every single one of those Cairo Ballista. Nice play there. A revenge shockwave there, almost picking off a lot. Now we see the Bomillo and Promethean going after these 2 citizens. Probably going to be able to pick off one of them. Hesperid's Tree comes down for Ridu, who's making a escape with a bulk of his army now. The Promethean, he was targeting the citizen, going to get chased down or targeted down there. Most of those are going to be falling. 3rd Town Center coming up for Ridu as well. And where's that Hesperid's Tree? He's got the mark coming down. We're just going to see Hecate. We are seeing Hecate coming through for Ridu. So really, really fast Mythic Age here from Ridu. Skady, on the other hand, just about to hit the Heroic Age. So not that far behind. How much food does he have? Not enough to advance. He's sitting almost at full population, but... Well, he is full population, but... He's a ways away from the Mythic Age. So Ridu's got a big timing here that he might be able to hit. And we see Hesperid's Tree coming down for Skady as well, not building any of those Dryads just yet. And we do see some raids coming in onto this villager over here that has been alt-est. The Prometheans should be able to deal with this one with the help of that Murmillo. The villager does retreat into the manor there, and the rest of these units do get picked off. Now Ridu's making a move up to the top of the map. This is the gold mine to be hitting, as Skady is completely out of position, having to defend this town center here. He's got no idea that this is coming in, and he finally spots it with the help of the counter barracks. The wall getting targeted down. The units making their way over now. Very, very slow. We see a palace trying to get shot up here, but the units do see a little gap. And they can move in, start hitting these villagers, possibly pick off a villager or two. Does get one citizen pick off. Going for a second one. The citizen does jump into the manor there, and that palace is very close to going up. But Stymphalian Birds going after all the units, targeting down the palace to try and do as much damage as he possibly can. Dryads coming through as well. The palace will probably go down to this sheer amount of damage that's coming through from the Carabalsa, from everything else. We see the villagers over here hitting this. Hecate comes through. We see the Contarias coming in, going to be able to cast a Tartarian Gate inside the base of Skady, who's also going through Hecate right now, but he hasn't cast just yet. There's the Tartarian Gate into the center of the base there. The army of Skady coming in onto the back. This palace going to be able to help out quite significantly on this fight. Villagers getting pulled off the line here. Going to be getting greeted by Contarius, though, which do have the extra buff of Tusk of the Iron Boar. We see the hero Terma targeting down the Stymphalian Birds, each respectively. However, Ridu has a couple more heroes than Skady right now. And Skady actually not microing onto that Stymphalian Bird to the best of his ability, still leaving that one there. And Ridu just with a crazy advantage right now. Carabalsa in the base of Ridu, ready to cast the Tartarian Gate onto him. And more citizen falling as Ridu is just continuously pushing in here. We see the Stymphalian Bird hitting this one. There's the Tartarian Gate hitting this location. Makes him drop the Tusk of the Iron Ball and the Eye of Horus, but there's no citizen around this location, whereas Ridu's Tartarian Gate is able to pick off all of these farms here. We'll see if the Tartarian Sports decide to move forward or not, but Skady has defended this location for the time being. Now, Ridu going to be throwing up palaces. He's got to think about what his next move is. Potentially could take down this Tartarian Gate with Dryads or something like that. And we'll see how this is going. 103 population to 92, both players hurting quite a bit. You can actually, in effect, send Stymphalian Birds in to take this. It will go down very, very slow, but it will go down eventually. Alternatively, you can just take it down. We do see Skady kind of all-inning this. Going to lose a lot of units to do so, but it will fall. And then he gets back his farms very, very importantly. Meanwhile, we see destroyers now coming in for Ridu. These Tartarian spawns getting pulled away from this location. It's very, very smart. If you move your Dryads in, tank the Tartarian spawns, which get no bonus damage against myth units, which are the Dryads. They do have bonus damage against human units. So you don't want them to be targeting those down. And then you can just take this down. And we do see both Dryads tanking these two Tartarian spawns. So this Tartarian gate going to be going down. Same with Redo's Tartarian gate. So both players do manage to take that one down. We're going to be moving into a little bit of some late game chaos here. Hopefully Redo remembers to put these relics back into his temple, because they well, at least the Eye of Horus. So he should be doing that one there. We see the Tartarian spawns getting sniped here. Picking them all off. And Redo still with a huge advantage right now. Now we see this gold mine nice and secured. And Skady retreating away from Redo right now. See the trade route already started. A little bit of a Matrius market. In the side of the map every time. That's where it needs to go. No markets, or there is a market set up by Skady, but not being used just yet, as he's trying to catch up on the army here. Destroyers are out, but they get countered very heavily by these Murmillo, and heavy units out for Redo. What's the technologies coming through? We've got Bowsaw, fortified town centers. Still leaving those relics on the map. A little bit sad to see that. We've got the Lampade here, which might get sniped. Very low HP. Should just use that on the Symphalian bird if you can. Sacrifice it, use it special. And Skady's just going to sit back here and defend for as long as he can. There is a point where the economic advantage that Redo has does fall off, and it tends to mean that, like, you go into just a standard late game, and both these town centers fairly safe here. What I'd like to see is sky passages on both of these sides of the map. One sky passage here, one sky passage here for Redo, and then he can start targeting this town center, targeting this location here. Remember, Skady's gold mines are just about to expire. He does have a nice gold mine over here, though. So totally fine, but we do see Redo making his way over to the top of the map. We've got Skady sort of already realizing it. He's got some villages over here that will spot this. Redo will spot those villages, so he may get baited into going that, but taking the town center down before fortified town centers comes through will be really big. We see champion archers, champion infantry has come through, and this town center goes down so fast to these destroyers and the Murmillo here, and Redo is going to be completely fine ignoring this army, taking this town center down. The villagers get pulled back, but this is huge right now for Redo. What an army movement there. And now champion units against medium. This is just going to be way too big. How's the armor upgrades? Got copper weapons and copper shields for Skady, but there's really not that many pierce units here for Redo, as he's just cleaning this location up. Meanwhile, he's going for the top location. Villagers moving forward to this gold mine. Lots of low HP citizen there. We've got some destroyers onto the back town center for Redo, though. Villagers going to be repairing it. He's not sending anything in. He's going to be taking down all of these units, though. And will he be able to keep this location up is the question. Another armory coming up for Redo, who's ready to start spamming more stuff out. We got this Arcus and the Murmillo hitting this raid. This army looks like it's going to be cleaned up for Redo at this point, just because of the strength of his units. And Skady decides in that moment that he can't win this game, taps out. Redo takes the series, going on to the finals to face the winner of More v Chemo. If you guys enjoyed this game, please hit that follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next series.